Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. This is our COVID edition. By the way, today's Saturday. We have these shows every day, not just this real estate segment, but we have art segment, an author segment, home improvement segments. We've got all kinds of different shows throughout the week. So please watch. Go check out our YouTube channel because a lot of these interviews end up on YouTube after our show or Facebook, one of those places. We've been talking every day about COVID. How's COVID affecting your business? Are you even still in business? Or have you been laid off? Do you have to stay home? Are you at home being the school teacher to your kids? Or are you just out of business altogether? We've been asking people in from different industries to see how their industry is affected. And we have an expert in today on real estate, Dave Kidder with Keller Williams.
That's it.
Is there any real estate business? Can people buy a house right now?
It's been the busiest year I think I've ever seen. And the people who I think are working, I don't know that they've ever been busier. Right. So it's an interesting time.
So they can buy a house now.
Absolutely can. There are some challenges.
And on the other hand, people can sell a house. So if they're thinking, I can't sell my house because of COVID, they can sell right now, right?
It's homes are selling very, very quickly. And there are precautions that we all have to take. And I believe as an industry, we have figured out what it is that we need to do to keep the seller safe, the buyer safe, ourselves safe, and anybody else involved in it. So there's a whole layer of precautions that we take, and yet even in the middle of that, homes are selling, and homes are selling. The shortest days on market that I have seen in the industry since I've been back in since 2012, and I look at since back to 2015 or 2004 or 5, the shortest days on market right today.
Right now.
Are it.
Sometimes 2 or 3 days, or one day sometimes.
There's been days that the sign goes up and you have offers already in your email, but sometimes even before it's shown, which, you know, there's more of that going on. I want to make an offer and then see it within the next 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. Now, you talked about the precautions and the safety measures you take. This is why people should use a professional. You know the rules and regulations and things. People always think, I'll sell my house myself, but they could get in some trouble right now.
Well, we have, as an industry, as a trade organization, as professionals, we have fought very hard to maintain our essential services status.
Right.
But what that means is that we have agreed to every precaution that they've asked us to do. And sometimes those precautions, the forms that we fill out, may change 3 or 4 times in a week. Wow. And yet every person I talk to is aware of those, and they make their best effort to understand what it is that we're being asked to do and abide by it. Very rarely do I see somebody who disregards this pandemic, and we do take it very seriously.
Now, so if you're thinking of selling a home, you can call Dave Kidder. He'll help you follow the rules, get people in your house safe, not give you COVID, not let you give COVID to someone else, but call a professional like Dave Kidder. Now, so sellers can sell. Buyers, what's the market like for buyers? So what are interest rates like and things like that?
Well, interest rates have never been lower. And I was sharing with you just before, I was selling real estate when interest rates got up to 19%. Yeah. So to me, when it hit 5%, I thought it was miraculously low. And they've continued to go lower.
Still lower, huh?
So my concern right now is how much lower can they go? Right. We're very close to zero already. Yeah. So I don't know that they can go lower, but I also don't see a reason why they will be going higher anytime soon with what's going on.
Well, there's a new president and a new Fed chair and things like that, so we don't know. So if people are thinking of buying, maybe now's the time to get in while the interest rates are low.
Well, I look at homes that were selling in the late 80s, 89, 90, and the prices of the home are quite a bit cheaper than they are right now, but the interest rates were quite a bit higher.
Right, so it's about the same.
My house payment today is the same as it would have been back in 89, and my house is 3-4 times the value as what it would have been in 88. So goodness, there's a reason to lock in these lower interest rates because it's your payment going out that most people are concerned with. And I ask people, Mike, I ask them every day, it's like, is now a good time to buy or sell? And I have to ask you, are you looking to live in this home for 3 years or for 20? And most people are saying this is my forever home. Yeah. And I have to ask you, does it really matter what you pay for the house today when in 20 years it's going to be free and clear?
Free and clear. Yeah.
And what other investment can you buy where the amount that you want it goes down and the value
down all
goes
the
up?
time. Value goes up, right. I always say it's the only way people, regular Joes like me, can build wealth is to buy a house.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I certainly can't save money, you know.
Yeah,
Put money in the bank.
it's a forced savings account.
Yeah,
what
forced
it is.
savings
It's
account.
a forced savings account.
Now, you have a house for sale. You have a listing right now we're going to talk about.
I do. I have what is probably one of the most unique properties I've had for sale for a while. It's a home that's on acreage, 2.27 acres, nice ground, nice land. The sellers have raised their family here.
Look
They've
at
owned the home
that. That's
since
a beautiful home.
It is.
Look at the
And
trees, mature trees.
a lot of oak. You do from the air. You don't see the house, so it's very secluded. From the road, you don't. You drive by the house before you even realize that it's there. Yes, it does have neighbors, but you're not on top of them. And you certainly don't see your neighbors.
Yeah, look at
It's
that.
set off of the road a ways, so you have a very panoramic view from your living room. A beautiful view. The home was built in 1980. They have owned the home since 1984, and they've taken
Look at that
immaculate care of this home.
spacious living room opening right to the kitchen. That's nice.
One of the largest kitchens I've seen. It's bright and sunny. It opens up into the backyard. The living room is large. It has, you'll see it here in a second, it has a pot-bellied stove in the family room that they actually will use to heat the entire home.
But that heats the whole home, yeah.
The whole home. I mean, they do have another fireplace that has a heatilator in it, so they can use that for warmth. It has a whole house fan.
Yeah.
So if you get the temperature up around any of those fireplaces and use that whole house fan to draw it to the rest of the house, it warms
There's
the
a
house
Potbelly
up.
stove
It's
there.
gorgeous.
Those are pretty efficient, too, I understand.
It is, and the nice thing in the area that they live in, they don't have any burning restrictions.
No restrictions.
They have no off days, but they can burn. I have talked to the San Joaquin Valley Air. The stove, they don't certify those stoves. They're not concerned about the stove.
Yeah.
As long as it's used for heating, they have no concern with that.
I always found it interesting you get the heat out of the front of a fireplace, but a pot-bellied stove, you're getting all the way around that stove.
Yes.
It's generating heat.
Yep.
So look at the two-car garage, or is there more?
No, it's a two-car garage. Now, a little bit of a history of it. You see the brickwork on the front of the house. The gentleman who built the house had built originally a breezeway through there. And then here in probably 82, 83, just before he sold the home to my sellers, is he enclosed the breezeway, did a lot of really nice brickwork in there. So he enlarged the size of the home. He didn't go down, the county doesn't show it as a square footage. So the square footage on the tax records is lower than the actual living space. But it was done by a contractor. It was done very professionally and very, very nice workmanship fashion.
Now, how does somebody see this? You can't do open houses anymore, is that right?
No, we can't. I've got a couple other virtual medias on this. It's very easy to show with an hour notice. Call your agent, or of course give us a call. I and my son, who's also in business with me, we can show it. It's really 20 minutes from here. 25 minutes from here, we could be inside this house.
So you could live there and make it to downtown Fresno
Easily.
20 minutes.
Yeah, it's on Auberry Road, but it's not. It's in Clovis.
Okay.
And the sellers have told me that on days where they were late for class, they could make it to Clovis Community College in 7 minutes. I would say take 10 to be safe.
Take 10 to be safe.
You're just north of Clovis.
So you're in the country, but you're close enough to. Now, you said something about like virtual. You can pretty much get a really good view of this house where? On your website?
On my website, and you know what? I'm sorry. It's davekidder.kw.com.
Okay.
If you find it, if you search the address, you'll also see all my social media. And the address is 18882 Auberry Road, and it's Clovis. And the zip code there you see 93619.
But if they're the least bit interested, they could go to that website, get a good virtual look at the house.
Yep.
And then you'll get them in there. You'll get them in the house. If
Our notice,
okay.
we're inside that house, and you're inside your new home.
Those trees almost look natural. You think there's some natural oaks?
Yeah, there's some beautiful oaks on this property, and it's again, from the front room you have almost a forest setting in the back. There's a horse pasture to the east or to the west of the home. There's also several sites where you could put a tiny home or what's called an auxiliary dwelling unit up there very easily. It's got a newer septic tank and a newer field. The pump, it is on well, and the pump was replaced in May.
Oh, so they're going to be okay then.
Yeah.
I will tell you, Dave, I raised my kids on a couple acres. It's the best thing I ever did. Got them out of the city and, things that happen in cities, I don't want to go into it, but they're kind of mad at me. We want to be around other people. I said, call them over. Have your friends over. We have 5 acres and call. Best thing I ever did for my kids. So
one thing about this area is that you're about 5 minutes away from Table Mountain. So if you go around the hill, you're at Table Mountain, and there's all kinds of new homes being built. There's also about 5 minutes down the road from here, there's $1, $2, $3 million homes going in. So you're could conceivably have the least priced home in the neighborhood,
in a really
which
nice neighborhood.
Is real estate 101. You always want to buy the lowest priced home you can do.
But what a great neighborhood to be in, and that's who your family will be mixing with, and it's just a nice area. So, Dave, can they call your phone number? What's your phone number?
It's 559-696-1475. I would say text me, then call, leave a voicemail. My email address is also up there at dkidder@kw.com. I would say all 3 ways are ways to get a hold of me.
Here's the web page is up there too, davekidder.kw.com.
Yes.
That's where they can really see that house.
Yep.
Okay, good. Any last thoughts for our viewers?
No, you know what? It's I love selling homes. I know value when I see it. I feel like we were very, very well priced. I think there was some concerns with the creek fire. This home is not near Auberry. It's all the way down here.
Oh yeah,
and
it's way down. It's not,
there was never ever any concern, but there was a little smoke. But that's the home is at a great location and a great place to raise your family, raise your horses, raise. Whatever you want to do there.
Whatever you want. Call Dave Kidder, you guys, 559-696-1475. We'll be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.
Anyway, thank you so much, Mike. Appreciate the time.